I just wanted to take a water on the plane. Suddenly, my fingernails were turning dark fast. This meant severe heart and lung oxygen loss. The cup on the tray shook mildly. The flight attendant also sensed something wrong. She immediately sat back down and told passengers to fasten their seatbelts, but it was already too late. The next second, the plane flew straight into severe turbulence. The water in the cup instantly floated up. Those without seatbelts were lifted into the air by sudden pressure loss. The entire cabin shook wildly. Screams came from everywhere. Everyone could only cling to the armrests. The captain realized the danger too. He immediately put on his oxygen mask. Almost at the same time, the cabin lost pressure. Passengers panicked and started breathing oxygen, but my wife did not have time to put hers on. The next second, she passed out, and no one knew that at this moment there was also a girl trapped inside the restroom. The violent shaking kept her from opening the door. In low oxygen, she collapsed to the floor. To save my wife, I forced my body forward step by step toward the crew area. I grabbed an emergency oxygen tank from the storage bay. With shaking hands, I put it on her. After another violent jolt, the cabin pressure suddenly returned to normal. At that moment, everyone believed the disaster was over, but the real nightmare was just beginning. Not long after, a middle-aged man suddenly could not breathe. The flight attendant made an urgent announcement asking if there was a doctor on board. I rushed over at once, but his condition kept getting worse. In panic, he grabbed at his mouth. Before we could understand what he was doing, a dark fluid suddenly spilled from his mouth. Then, his body began to convulse violently. Not long after, he stopped moving completely. When we laid him flat, I checked his pulse. It had already stopped. With 1 hour still left before landing, the crew had no choice but to move the body to the upper business cabin and cover it with a blanket. But not long after, a young man quietly went upstairs. When the body was moved earlier, he had noticed an expensive gold watch on the man's wrist. Without hesitation, he pulled it off. He did not leave right away. Instead, he took out his phone and kept showing it off to the camera. He even began mocking the man. At that moment, the body slowly turned its head.